Hi, everybody. So, my name is Megan Looney, or Mrs. Looney, or Instructor Looney, whatever you want to call me, but Looney is the preference. So, I am your instructor for English 1000. Excited to be meeting you all and get to see your writing and watch you grow this semester as we get prepared for English 1100 next semester or next year, whatever order you're taking it in. So, super excited to be working with all of you. I wanted this video to be a really quick just walkthrough of Canvas and your email and Microsoft. I know many of you aren't used to it. A lot of you, I assume, as high school students, have Chromebooks and are used to Google Docs and Google Drive. And while that definitely has its benefits and is nice, it has its downfalls, especially when it comes to working with college level work. So I want to make sure we're familiar in everything we're doing. Okay. So first off, this is our Canvas page. So you would go into dashboard. I have it in student view right now because mine looks way different than yours, so I don't want to confuse you. But you're going to go into your dashboard, and then you would click on our course. So ENG 1000. This specifically is the PL version or the PL section. There's going to be a couple other sections, so yours might have a slightly different number up here when you're looking, but ENG 1000, that's what you're searching for. So if we look right here, this homepage is almost never going to change. I might add a couple new important links or resources for you here. And then you'll see any recent announcements pop up at the top. But this is the homepage. So in the homepage, you have my name, Megan Looney, my contact. So this is my email, my MTC email, looneyM@mtc.edu. It is crucial that you are using your Marion Tech emails. There's this thing called FERPA, and there's a form that you're going to have to sign as a student at Marion Tech, as a college student now, with FERPA. This means FERPA protects your privacy, that your grades, um, everything you're doing within the university is yours and nobody has access to it. So think if we were doing this at your school and I posted your grades into Power School or Progress Book, every other teacher in that building can pull up your grades on Power School or Progress Book. Okay. So your grades are not private within there. And that as a high school student, that's fine. FERPA doesn't truly apply. There are different laws when it comes to, FERPA still applies, but different laws and regulations as a high school student. Within the college level, the only grades, the only people that should be able to look at your grades are me and you. And that's it. Until the very end of the semester, when I make your grade final, then I send it on to, the head honcho department at the university. They make your grade official. It goes on your transcript. And then that grade from your transcript is sent to your high schools that then see the final grade. But nobody else sees the lead up to grade except me and you. So this means that your success in this course is you keeping track of it. Okay, there's nobody there to check your grades in study hall and say, hey, girlfriend, you got a C and that's not cool. Okay, that's getting real close to a D and we can't have that. Nobody's there to do that. Okay, so you've got to hold yourself accountable, checking your grades, asking me questions, making sure you're doing your best, time managing. It's a lot, but I'm here for you. You got to ask me any questions you can and email me, looneyM@mtc.edu. So you're using your MTC email because that MTC email is protected. So at your home schools, to protect you as a high school student, your tech department or somebody is going to be able to access your emails to protect you from bullying issues and things like that. So they can access those emails. But we want to make sure that your grades are private. So I'm only going to contact you through your Marion Tech email. So that means if you send me a Google Doc and it's through your homeschool email, I cannot comment on that because I can't give you feedback and grades on something that's not connected to Marion Tech. So I need you to be familiar with the email. Okay. So I'm actually going to skip from Canvas and go to the email so you can see it. So this is your Marion Tech email. If you go to Marion Technical College's website, and I'll walk you through it right now. So we're going to go to Marion Technical College. I should have it bookmarked, but I don't. Okay. So main website. To get to Canvas, where we get to our course, right? Canvas is just plop right there. You click on Canvas and you log in. Okay. Super duper easy. To get to your email, a little different. You're going to go up here at the top and click My MTC. Okay. When you're at My MTC, this is where you're going to go to get any of your information. If you're having issues with your email or anything, MTC Help Desk can help you. There's online tutoring that you can use for my class or any of your other classes. There's a writing lab to help you as well. Your info is where you're going to find like your final grades and transcript information, that sort of thing. But what you're going to use for the class itself, you need to click My Mail. Okay. Then it takes you to something like this. I've hidden my emails from you so you can't see them. But this is Outlook email. Okay. Outlook's pretty different from Google. It's a different setup. You can still personalize it. So I've got my pretty little rainbow up top that I think is cute. Um, you can still have different folders that you need to. You can see your read and unread emails, personalize your picture up here like I did. But this is where I'm emailing you. I'm not emailing your homeschools. I'm emailing your Marion Tech email. So this is where communication needs to happen, is here. Okay. This is also where you're going to get to your Microsoft Word. You get a free version, a free online version. So there's little things that if you got the full-blown version of it, you paid for it, you'd have little tiny additional pieces. But the free online version you have as a Marion Tech student, okay? Just like with your Gmail, that email, you get your Google Docs and your Google Drive. With Outlook, you get Microsoft Word and OneDrive. It's just different companies, different things. Okay, but since Marion Tech uses this, we have to use it. So this is your email. Clicking new message up here, all of that. If you look over here on this left-hand side, these shortcuts, that would take you to your OneDrive, where you have Microsoft Word. You also have Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so the Google versions is Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. It's just Google has their version, Microsoft has their version. Okay, so you have these shortcuts to get to it, but I always go up top here, and for some reason my computer's cutting it off so you can't see the very top portion. But I call this little square up here the hamburger because it's 3 lines of 3 dots. Bun, meat, bun, there you go. So I call it the hamburger. So we're going to click on our hamburger, and this takes you to where you can click on where you want to go. Okay, I'm going to take you to OneDrive first. Think of OneDrive like Google Drive. Okay, this is where you can hold all of your documents. You can create folders. You can share it with fellow classmates so they can comment on it, give you feedback. You can share it with me so I can comment on it and give you feedback before the big grade comes about. This is where all of that is. Okay, so OneDrive. Everything is held in here. Okay, if you want to start a new document, it's right here. If you want to upload something, so you've made a document elsewhere or you need to upload a video and hold it here, okay? Similar, it just looks different than Google Drive. So we're going to start something new, okay? And now I could start a new folder. I don't have to, but I'm going to start a new Word doc so we can go through it. So if you are super familiar with Google Docs and that's where you're comfy, that's fine, but here's what I want to tell you. Start your papers on Google Docs because that's where you're comfortable, but you need to finish them on Word. Okay. Google Docs has some really funky formatting issues that when you upload it into Canvas or try to submit it on Canvas, it's going to wonkify your works cited or your bibliography, and it's just not fun. Okay. So I'm going to tell you that final drafts of everything should be on Word so we can see how it's ended up with that. Okay. It should look pretty similar to a Google Doc, or if you're familiar with actual Microsoft Word, the paid for version on a desktop looks similar to that. You're doing all your typing, changing your texts, um, inserting anything you need to insert page breaks here. When I want to insert a page number, okay, because we want that page, the header. See here how it's got that pound sign or hashtag sign? That means I've inserted my page number. Okay, and then I'm going to type my last name. There's my header. I click away. Because this is the free version, I've done that, but I can't see it. It's not there. It's there. I promise it's there. If you want to check to make sure you've actually done it right, because for some reason it doesn't let you look at it once you've typed it, I want you to hit the view button. Then you're going to hit reading view. It's going to load it for a second. And my header's there. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't show it to you while you're actively typing once you've put it in there, but it doesn't, okay? But you go into view mode, and then you can always go back into edit document. So you can go back into view mode as many times as you want. Okay. Um, you probably haven't watched the APA or MLA video yet, but this is where you will go to. Gotta find it. Layout. There we go. It's in this layout mode that you are going to change into hanging indents for your works cited bibliographies. Watch the video later. You'll get that there. Um, if you need any help using this, let me know. The issue with it, though, is it doesn't always automatically save like Google Docs is. Okay. So I need you to get used to coming over here, hitting File, save as a copy online, and name it. So I'm going to name it Practice Document. Okay. And save. I need you to get used to saving. Okay. So since it is online, it will kind of save as you're typing through. It's not like you have to hit save every 5 seconds, but you need to hit save. Okay. Finish a big section, hit save. Finish the section, hit save. You're going to move from one room to the next. Ooh, your Wi-Fi might be wonky. Hit save before your Wi-Fi gets wonky. Okay. Some shortcuts in Microsoft Word that don't always work in Google Doc. Hitting Control S can help you save. If I hit Control 2, so I'm going to type some more stuff. Okay, this is automatically in double space, but if I wanted it in single spaced, rude of you. There we go. You have your shortcuts that you can hit, so it might be like Control Shift 1. There we go. So there are shortcuts that you can use within here if you want. Mine's being wonky at the moment because it's rude. But this is what I want you to be familiar with. So maybe just take a day and type some documents in, or take some old essays you have from some old classes, transfer them in, play around, see what happens. Um, this is where you should be doing final drafts, though. Okay. So we know OneDrive, we know our documents. So let's go back to Canvas. Okay. So that's the email we're using. Our class meeting time is asynchronous. What this means is we're not meeting at any particular time. I teach full time during the day, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm out of school teaching high school kids, okay? Just like you. So I cannot meet with you during the school day. I'm actively working. So when I'm responding to emails to you, it's going to be in the morning or the evening, all right? Send me as many emails as you want throughout the day. I'll try to check my email throughout the school day as much as I possibly can, but I am working another job while that's happening, okay? So it'll be a lot of evening responses from me. So we're not going to Zoom. We're not going to meet in video chats or anything like that unless you want to schedule a time to do so. If you are like, hey, I really want to brainstorm with you, Looney, I need your help outlining. Let's talk through this. We'll schedule a Zoom time or something like that to meet, but it's going to be after 3 o'clock. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do it anytime before that. Or we can just email back and forth, whatever works, or you can share your document with me and I can comment on your document, give you some feedback that way. But asynchronous just means we're not meeting face to face. What's going to happen is I'm going to have everything for the week posted no later than Sunday night or Monday morning. Okay, I have some wonky I live in the boonies that my Wi-Fi can get kind of funky, so sometimes Monday morning I might be rushing and getting it published for you before the school day starts. But by Monday morning, you will have your week, whatever module or folder, I'll explain that in a minute, posted for you for that week. I will have all the assignments, all the resources, any video lectures I record for you, any and everything is going to be posted into the module for that week. So you'll have it all. And then you have to time manage and get it done by the end of the week by Friday. Everything will be due no later than Friday at midnight. Okay, there's a couple papers that I think one of them, Veterans Day, ends on a Friday, so I can't have the paper due that Friday, so let's do that Thursday. The very last week of school, your last paper, I have it due on a Wednesday, so that gives me a couple days to have freakouts if we're freaking out if we need to. Also catching, we're also going to do some writing reflections that very last week of school, so that gives us 2 days to do your writing reflections. But it's all right there. Okay, so but most of them are Friday at midnight. Most of your assignments that gives you Monday through Friday to get everything done. So if you know you're going to be really busy after school on Monday, Tuesday, you got to kick it hard on Wednesday. Okay. Keep in mind, I've got it student view, so you can't see. I can see when you log into Canvas. So if I click on grades or people and I see all of you listed, It tells me if you've logged into Canvas and how long you've been on Canvas. So if you tell me, I was really struggle busing this week, Looney, I didn't know what to do, but I can see you didn't even log in, we're going to have a chat. Okay. Um, but that's not going to happen because you're wonderful, wonderful students and you're all amazing and you chose to be in this class. So it's going to be great. Um, so that's asynchronous. Okay. The next thing, important links. In this semester, we're going to go over both APA and MLA. We're going to go over it all week one. And in week one, you're going to decide, am I going to do APA or MLA? And I want you to choose which one you're doing based on your career path. APA is more sciencey based. MLA is more humanities based. So if you know you're going to become a journalism major, MLA. You know you're going to be a nursing major, APA. Okay. If you have any questions, I will answer them and help you figure out which direction. But we're going to go over both so you can figure out which one you need to do. If you are undecided, I want you to do APA. Most majors require APA. So if you're unsure where you're going, you're going to do APA. And they're similar enough that, you've changed your mind, you're going to become an English major. Switch to MLA, it's not that different. You'll get it really quick. This link right here takes you to the modules where all the assignments are. It's also right here. So it's just in two places. So let me explain Canvas. I'm also familiar with Schoology and Moodle and Pilot. And all of these different platforms that we give you your classes, it's the same premise, different verbiage, different words. Modules is the same thing as a folder. Okay. So modules is going to be your number one spot you're clicking to. Okay. A module is a folder. When you click on modules, the very first module you see is APA MLA writing sources. I want you to immediately see these sources that, hey, if I have any questions about APA MLA, here's where I'm going. In this very first week of school, you're going to go through all these sources. Okay. You're going to take notes on them, figure out where you're going with it. These are all your sources. So that's your folder on APA MLA. And you can click these little arrows to shrink the folder so you don't see everything. And I shrink them. So once we're done with week one, I'll shrink week one, so on and so forth. But you can do it on your own, so you can have them open still. So week one is the only I need. So I'll unpublish that week here in a second so you don't see that one and freak out over it. But week one should be at the top. So they're going to be in succession. Week two, I'll publish it. When we're ready for week two, it'll be under week one, so on and so forth. So each module is a folder for that week, okay, where I'm going to post everything we're doing. I'll give you instructions for what we're doing, anything and everything, all the videos. So, like this video, you would have found in this week's module, okay? Hopefully it was the first thing you clicked. So you're in the module, you have all the assignments, you're going through. I try to put them in the order that I think makes the most sense to do them. So I suggest doing them in the order that I've placed them in, top to bottom. But it's your learning. You're taking on a lot more independence with an asynchronous class. Okay. So this video here, when I'm done recording it, is going to go at the very top above the pre-writing exercise, and it'll be there. So then the first actual thing you're going to do is your pre-writing exercise. Okay. So you're going to click onto it, and you're going to do this journal. We're going to do journal entries almost every week. And these are practice writing, get feedback from me, and it's feedback from me in a safe space. So as long as you're doing the requirements for the journal, you're going to get full points. Okay. Even if you make some errors, you struggle bus with this sentence structure, you're not sure how to do this argument, this rhetoric, whatever it is, it's okay. Right? It's a safe space where I want you to make mistakes and learn. They're journals. So you're just getting your ideas out there, and I'm giving you feedback so you can improve. So when we do the big essays where mistakes are going to ding us, you've hopefully gotten some feedback on the mistakes that might be sort of common for you, and you can watch out for them, use that feedback, and apply it to the big papers. Okay. So this very first one gets us starting to think about the first essay we're going to do. Okay. So if you click these blue links, it takes you to what I want you to go to. If you click personal essay, it's going to take you to the description of the personal essay. So we're going to click it. It's going to take us to this new link. This is the link for the personal essay. Okay. So it's going to have more detail to it as you start on Monday. but I don't want you to know too much about it yet since it's week one. All right. So for the essay, you're going to focus on discussing life, thoughts, experiences. You're going to use the first person pronoun, I. Remember, in most papers, we don't want you to use an I. We want third person. This one, it's about you, so you can use I. I want you to watch this video, and then you're going to write a journal in about 4 to 6 sentences, about a paragraph, and develop a response to one of the following questions. Okay? So you're going to choose whichever one you want. Write me about a paragraph. I want you to type this on a doc and upload it. So then I can comment on it, and you can get used to this process of typing in a doc and uploading it into Canvas. So for you, when you're ready to start assignment, you'll come down here and you have this text entry option. And I should also have an upload option. I'll have to change this here in a little bit, and you'll have an upload option that'll be right here as well. Okay. So you can either type it right there or upload the document from your OneDrive. I want you to do the upload option once I have it in there. Okay. My also suggestion for this, we're going to do a lot of journal entries. I highly suggest in your OneDrive you make a folder that's just journal entries so you can get used to it and have them all in one space. And then that way, when you're writing your papers and you're like, ooh, what was that thought I had in that one journal entry? You don't have to search all over everywhere to find it. It's just right there in that folder. Super easy to find. Okay. So it's the first thing you're going to do is this assignment. So you finish it, you go back to modules. And I'm going to leave even though I didn't submit anything yet. Okay. Then there's an MLA video lecture and an APA video lecture. I want you to go through all of these APA and MLA sources, yes. But I know sometimes we just need to hear what we need to learn. So all of these sources here are different websites, different PDFs about APA and MLA to help you out, different examples as well. These videos are an MLA and APA PowerPoint slide that I talk through for you. Okay, so here's the link to the video, and then there's a link to the PowerPoint slides that I talk about in the video as well if you wanted to follow along or print them off or anything. Link to the APA video, link to the slides. So they're for you to watch. Okay, they're about 30 minutes ish. Okay, the link is going to take you to a YouTube page. So I keep all of the video lectures on the YouTube page because it's easier for you to upload. I know a lot of you have really crappy Wi-Fi at home. I have crappy Wi-Fi at home because I live in the boonies. YouTube just uploads faster. So that's why they're there. So you've watched everything, you've gone through the sources, and then you have this MLA APA quiz. Okay. Honestly, you can look at the quiz first and then go and look through the resources. This link is going to take you back to that very first module of APA and MLA resources. I want you to look at it. Okay. Look through those sources. And then you're going to answer these questions. So copy paste these questions into a document. Excuse me. Answer the questions and submit it. Okay. You're not writing a full paper yet. You're just answering the questions about the citation. We're not going to go over MLA and APA anymore in the semester. This week is all about MLA and APA. You're going through those sources, you're watching my videos, and you're choosing if you're going to do APA or MLA. One of the two. Okay. And so this quiz not only helps me figure out what you took away from all the resources, but you're telling me which one you're doing. Are you going to do APA or MLA? So when I grade your papers, I grade them accordingly to APA or MLA. Okay. So you finish the MLA and APA quiz. Whew, the big part. We went through all those sources. That's a lot. This link right here, why your actions always define you, Tom Book Step. This goes back to journal entry 1. So if you forgot where the link was in the assignment itself, I'll put it here just in case. Okay. You need to find another place. The last thing I want you to do, introduce yourself. And you could do this first if you wanted to. Honestly, I'd probably do it first. Tell me about yourself. And here in a little bit, I'm going to post my own response so you can learn about me too. Okay. So this gets us in the groove of doing discussions. Discussions are super common for college courses, especially online courses. It gets you interacting with your peers so you can see what other people are thinking. And it also helps us see what you're taking away from the resources and what you're learning. Okay. So this is our very first discussion. It's a super easy one. It's just tell me about yourself. Choose about 3 to 4 of these questions down here to answer. I want you to do it in paragraph format. This is a writing course. I want you to work on your writing skills. So don't just go 1, a couple words, 2, a couple words. Write me full sentences. Okay, shoot for a paragraph here. Um, this whole section describes replies. Okay, you need to reply to at least one other person. Replying in a collegiate level discussion is way more than saying, I agree with you, and then end intern, you're done. You need to expand it. So, great discussions or good discussion interactions should expand the conversation. You should say something that helps the other person figure out a reply to you. How would they respond to you next? You might have a question you could pose to them. You might have another example they could think about. Maybe you want to say, hey, I love what you're thinking, but you didn't really truly think about this aspect of it. How does this change what you were saying? So you're pushing the discussion forward. You're not just going, that's great, and then. You're giving it more to go through, okay? So this is that very first discussion just to think about how you want to introduce yourself, okay? So that's the majority for week 1. Along with looking over the modules, everything, I want you to go through the syllabus. So you'll find the syllabus in the syllabus tab, and I've just realized I forgot to post it in here before I started recording the video. That's just a template. I'll change the actual syllabus here in a little bit. I need you to go through it. Okay? Professors don't just enjoy writing syllabus. It has all the questions you're going to have about the course in it. So any future due dates, late policies, tech policies, course requirements, the course description, what we're doing. So, and this sort of the course summary down here will expand as I keep adding due dates. So you'll see this get larger and larger as I keep adding things. So if you're a calendar nut, I live from my phone calendar. If it's not on my calendar, I'm not doing it. This would be a great place to come if you want to add things into your phone calendar so you remember to do them. So syllabus, you absolutely need to read. Okay, that's part of your week 1 as well. And that's part of your week 1 no matter what college course you're in. I didn't put it in this week's module because you need to take ownership and I want you to come in and read the syllabus. Okay, make sure you've gone through it and understand everything. So, focus for week 1. Read the syllabus. Make sure you know it. Email me any questions you have. Even if you just want to email me and say, hey, I don't have any questions, but nice to meet you. This is who I am. Wanted to let you know. That's fine too. Okay. Syllabus. You're doing the journal entries. You're going through all the APA and MLA sources. You're doing the APA MLA quiz, and you're introducing yourself. Okay? It's a lot, but it's nothing too difficult. Okay? This is about the level of stuff we'll have every week. Okay? Maybe even a little bit more. This is not too much. I think a typical course meets 3 times a week for an hour within lectures and doing stuff, going through. And at a college level, you're going to have a bit more homework to do than you would in a high school course. But it's not undoable. Okay, you're going to be fantastic at this, especially if you're asking me questions and letting me know how I can help you. Okay, so go through everything, breathe. You're going to be awesome. It's going to be worth it. You're going to have a college course under your belt, moving on, doing more with it, and you're going to be fantastic, and you're going to grow as writers. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. You have a fantastic day.